dying seconds in the new camp have created history. What a moment.
Sports Snapshot.
Score! Score! Score!
The Sun FM Sports Snapshot.
Welcome, Four Legs. It is the sports snapshot on the 19th of August. It's 07:30. You right? You good?
Yes, I'm good, my brother. I'm doing fine. It's a Friday. I'm always in the mood, and let's see what we can share with the people.
Yeah, let's find out what's happening sports-wise. Just in case you want to find out what's happening sports-wise. Well, a few things that are happening. Zambia's Copper Queen striker Grace Shanda becomes the first Zambian in football history to score a hat-trick in the UEFA Champions League. She scored a hat-trick at Kazakhstan side Bik Zikut. That thumped Croatia's ZNK split 5-1 in the UEFA's Women's Champions League. The women are doing great things.
Yes, Steve, we just have to congratulate Grace Chandas. She's come a long, long way. I remember some time back when I used to talk about these girls on the sports with the boys, people thought I lacked content, but I saw the talent when it was raw, and I think it's time for me, for people to appreciate, because she's come a long way. In terms of experience, she has a lot of experience. She was part of the squad that went to the World Cup in Costa Rica in 2014. She was the first Zambian to ever score at the World Cup, Women's World Cup, at under 17 level. From there, I think she's never looked back. She's always been performing to our expectations. We saw what she did at the Women Africa Cup of Nations. She was also nominated for, Player of the Year, the Women Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, she couldn't get it. So I think, she's just adding on for what she's always been giving us, and that's very good for women football in Zambia.
All right, and other things that are happening, well, the race Zambia faced Sierra Leone, well, with the possible under-23 AFCON third round clash against Egypt likely as well. Well, the race for Zambia to end the over 3-decade absence at the Olympic Games football tournament starts with a second round date against Sierra Leone in the under-23 Africa Cup of Nations qualifying series. The final tournament in Morocco, set for next June, will be used as the qualifier for the Paris 2024 Olympic Games.
Yes, Steve, just like it is reported, we haven't been to the Olympics in a long time. The last time we went there, it was in 1988. That's
Kalusha Wale time?
Yes, the Kalusha Wale time. From then, the men's team has never stepped foot at the Olympics. So, this is an opportunity for the young boys to actually go there and maybe represent Zambia. But obviously, we have to beat Sierra Leone and then Egypt for us to be there. So the race has just begun. Information that I'm getting from Football House suggests that Beston Chambeshi might be brought back to be in charge of the under-23 team. But I think I've got problems with that, Steve, because in the past, the coach, the head coach for the senior national team was in charge for the under-23 team, because the idea there was that you need progression from the under-23 to the senior national team. Hence, that was the man in charge. When we look at Beston Chambeshi, I don't have anything against him, but I think we've tried him on a number of occasions, and I think he hasn't given us desired results, apart from the 2017 under-20 triumph on home soil. So I think if we have to use Beston Chambeshi as the main man, let's incorporate him with other coaches that can help us so that we can qualify.
All right, Leicester City's coach Brendan Rodgers predicts goals for Zambia's Patson Daka this season. Daka has not just started a match for Rodgers' Leicester City, having only subbed on a late substitute on both matches days of the English Premier League. All right, are we seeing the end of Daka at Leicester City?
No, I think he had a season with what I would call mixed feelings. He started his life at Leicester City on a very high note. There were so much expectations on him.
Yeah.
But what people should understand, Steve, is that Patson Daka's type of football is stereotype. What do I mean? It is actually predictable. His strength is pace. That's what he uses, and in modern football now, what coaches do, they have what is known as a video analyst who look at your strength and your weakness, and they'll actually try to see how they are going to avert your strength. And if it was a particular type of a player who can actually do something different on a different day, then you can say he's actually dangerous. And then also what I discovered this previous season is that he was not getting enough supply from the midfielders, so it became very, very difficult for him to tick. So I think Brandon Rogers should come up with a strategy that will make sure that Patson gets the necessary supply for him to score more goals.
All right, this text message coming here says, "Morning, Fevi. See, I told you Emma Raducanu was playing senior citizens of tennis in Serena and Victoria. As soon as she had a fellow Yufi front of yesterday in Ndololo. 7-5, 6-4 game set match. Jessica Pegula, that's come a regular Miss Leah, says, "4 limbs, I'm with you on Beston Chambesh."
Okay.
All right, another things are happening. Well, Africa's FIFA World Cup all-time scorer, Asamoah Gyan, has started working on getting his body back in shape with an aim of making a comeback to the Ghanaian World Cup bound squad. He wants to play the World Cup for the last time.
Yes, I mean, I was actually reading that article yesterday, and he says he wants to be like Roger Miller. I think for me, Steve, I wouldn't entertain that particular thought so much, because I mean, what are you telling youngsters in Ghana that would want to represent their nation? Yes, you need the much needed experience, maybe on a technical side, or maybe he can be coming in as I mean, super sub, coach player type of arrangement. Maybe that will help, but solely depending on Asamoah Gyan, I think that is suicide for me.
All right, let's find out our next fixtures, what's going on with in our sports. We'll be letting you know. But before we get our next fixtures, okay, let's get them. All right, so we have Bournemouth taking on Arsenal. This should be a game. Arsenal hasn't lost a game yet in the Premier League yet. Let's get too many hopes up. And we also have Leeds taking on Chelsea. Chelsea drew their last game, and then we have Manchester United taking on Liverpool.
Yes, I mean, that's a game for the weekend for me, and I'm putting my money on Liverpool.
Really? You think Manchester United is going to lose the third game?
They will lose this one, Steve.
All right, Red Arrows takes on Napsa Stars as well. Those are some of our MTN Super League fixtures. And Prison Leopards takes on Zesco United, while Nkana takes on Kawe Warriors.
Yes, Nkana Kawe Warriors is a big game for me this weekend, Steve. It's a battle for tactics. I think this is where Beston Chambesh's coaching tactics will be tested, because he's up against George Luandamina. So that one is a huge game for me.
All right, that's our sports snapshot. Unless you want to ask someone to do your hair for legs.
I have something on the table, Steve. Yesterday, Green Buffaloes did unveil MASAUSO TEMBO as their head coach. I mean, he joins them at the time that they've experienced a trophy drought. The last time that Green Buffaloes won a trophy, MASAUSO TEMBO was it was a 4-year-old kid. So let's hope for the best at Arakan Barracks. He comes with a lot of fresh ideas, I feel. Before joining Green Buffaloes, he was with Muza FC, who helped win promotion. So let's hope that he has learned one or two things. And just like I said last time, I think for Green Buffaloes, if they have to do well this season, they have to open up their foreign player policy and allow foreigners to be part of the squad. Maybe that will actually help them. So let's hope for the best, and we can only wish him all the best as well.
The Sun FM Sports Snapshot.